What's up, guys? In this video I want to show you how to install two different pieces of code into Google Sheets, so then you can both do two things. You can build out a lot of template pages, and then you can create an index for those pages so you stay all in so you can be all organized in one area. For, so let's just say you have a lot of lead gen sites or rank and rent websites, that you can stay organized in Google Sheets and not. And this is kind of an intermediary between, like, if you get over 50 sites, you should probably start looking into moving into Notion. That's Notion, but which is basically a DIY database type thing. It's not super complicated, but it is more complex than Google Sheets. But there's a lot of people with big businesses that run them off Google Sheets. I'm just finding Notion to be more robust, more secure, and easier to manage lots of sites out there. But let's just say you get 12 sites right off the bat. And we're gonna name. We want two different tabs here. First of all, so we're gonna name this one Roster, because the first piece of software that we're gonna install, Rooster, not Roster, not Rooster. But if we go, it was created by a teacher, and so she's got. Then we got template. She's got a piece of software, and if we go over to extensions, and we want to go over to add-ons, and we want to go to get add-ons, and here we'll type in Alice Keeler. So template tab by Alice Keeler is the one that we want. And so then we're going to go to install that one. This used to just be a piece of code, and then she formally made it into an extension over the last year or so. So now we're going to put in here, you're going to be asked for permissions. You scroll down, you hit allow. Then it'll do its thing. Installed. It's on under add-ons, so I'll show you that where that's at here. If you go to extensions and you go to add-ons, now you can see that Alice Keeler's template tab has been installed. So now we have our. Now let's just say we have our due diligence template we want to add here. Due diligence template, and then we also want to add like general site information. So we're gonna have domain, registrar, the account that we host it with, hosting. There's a bunch of other things that we could use there, and we could also say for the GMB we could have Gmail address, password, and you could also put in like the secondary or backup or recovery email. I think it's called a recovery email nowadays. Recovery email, and then you can format this all that you want, all up the way you want it. I would take some time on this and think through all what you want on there before jumping in and making sure that you have all the different fields that you want. But let's just say this is what we want to put out for it. And now if we go over to go back over to Roster, we'll put our domain names here. I'm not putting all my real domain names in here for obvious privacy reasons. But if you have here, we'll just say this is template doc here. And then if we have all our list of sites here, now we can go to extensions, and we go to template tab by Alice Keeler, and then we're going to go to run template tab, where it's got the little figure there. Now we're going to run it, and now you can see how it's creating a lot of pages right off the bat. So now we have each one of our sites, the site name, the name and the roster gets added as the tab name, and then you have underneath that, or inside the tab itself, you have all your information. All the templates are the same here, and then you can all go in and add, or have your virtual assistant go in and add all the different information that you have for your websites, or for your rank and rent websites. So now you have that. Now we want to go over and grab our create index function. So go over to create index, then Collins, and now we've got, so add a hyperlinked index in Google Sheets is what we want. Now down here he'll have the code itself. So boilerplate text here. So we don't need that. What we want to do here is grab all this code. Now what I do is I have all of his code inside of a notepad, because I'll use it on a lot of different docs, so I don't have to go to the website each time. But then I can just go Control A to highlight it all, and then Control C will allow me to copy it all. And so now I can go over to this same template document, and then I can go to extensions, and I want to go to app script. And then under app script, I'm going to take this boilerplate function and delete all that. So again, highlight it, and I'm going to backspace it. And I want to paste in my code that I got from Ben Collins. Now I want to just say, we're going to call this create index because it's very creative. And then we're going to go over to save our project. Once that is saved, we're going to hit run. Because then it's going to, what that does is activates the code inside the spreadsheet. And this will take a minute. But once that's done, then we'll be able to see it inside of our spreadsheet. So notice how this is authorization. We're going to just do the same thing we did with Keeler. We're going to click on KGR Public, which is my email or personal email. So if you want to send me emails, great. I get enough spam as it is. So probably I have pretty robust spam filters set up at this point. So it's a lot of fun. But now once we've authorized the script, you can see execution started and completed. Now we can go back to, I always make sure the save is blanked out, that way we know it's most current version. Now we can go back over to here and it'll say index menu. Notice the index menu up here. Now we can go to create index. Now we have our create index function, we have our index created here. But let's just say we go in and add like a few more sites to it. So we want to go in and add like, we'll just go in and duplicate this and duplicate it again. And so now we've got two more. Well, you know, our index isn't helpful then anymore. Well, inside of this index script, he has an update index function. So now if we hit update, it'll run the script again, and now you have an updated list here. Now, if you don't put anything else here, if you want to keep the menu as it's static for a project, what I would recommend doing is copying it or duplicating it to another tab. So then you have your, what I call a tracking sheet. So now this is dynamic. This will be updated. Any content that gets put here will be deleted if you click update index. But on this tracking sheet, it won't be. So then you can build out this sheet as much as you want and simply update the index on this one and then copy it over to this one so you can update your tracking sheet if you want to say, okay, is my DD done here? And then you can have your, you can go to insert a checkbox here and go on. You can say, okay, is the site homepage live here? And then you can put in all your checkboxes, lines there. If you want to make it cute, you can put in format, go alternating colors, and then you can go and put in whatever colors you like on there. So that's how to create your index, create your tabs very quickly in Google Sheets using Alice Keeler's template tab and then Ben Collins's create index function. If you like this video, feel free to subscribe for more techie videos and rank and rent related content.